Mr. Gowell, as senior class president, it is my honor to present to you the graduating class of 2016.
Everyone, please remain standing as we pay honor to our country with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We will now sing our national anthem. Please be seated.
Hello, and welcome to graduation. Honored faculty and administration, guests, parents, family, and friends. On behalf of the class of 2016, I would like to thank each one of you for being here and for your support over the past 4 years. Here are 10 things I most look forward to after graduation. Number 1, now that high school is over, I'm going to get rid of that heavy backpack so I don't become the hunchback from Berkeley High. Number 2, I'm going to wear shorts well above fingertip length and shirts with straps thinner than my fingers, or maybe no straps at all. Number 3, I'm going to take all my precious notes and dump them in the recycling bin. After all, I have to be environmentally conscious. Number 4, I'm going to talk, text, tweet, and Snapchat without some teacher trying to take my phone away or photobomb my picture. Number 5, the next time I hear ACT, I'm going to pretend to be someone else, and when I hear SAT, I'm going to sit down. Number 6, I'm actually going to be able to go to the bathroom without asking for permission. Number 7, I'm going to make a giant papier-mâché bear out of all the college ads and mailings I've received and give it to Mr. Gowell as his next birthday present. Happy birthday, Mr. Gowell. Number 8, next time I schedule an AP, it's going to be a party. Number 9, When I hear T4, it will stand for the 4 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And if someone says, talk to the text, I'm going to ask them why I have to have a conversation with an inanimate object. And number 10, I'm going to let my academic brain hibernate all summer while I flip burgers, wait tables, and mow lawns in order to take my place as a responsible tax-paying citizen. Even though I have many things to look forward to after graduation, I will still miss everyone at Berkeley High. These past 4 years have been filled with the most rewarding, challenging, and memorable experiences of my life. To all my classmates, may your futures be filled with happiness and success. To quote the famous transcendentalist Henry David Thoreau, go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you have imagined. I salute you, class of 2016. Good luck and congratulations.
Please stand as the class of 2016 invites you to sing the Berkeley High School alma mater. Will you please be seated? Now I am pleased to introduce our superintendent, Mr. Dennis McDavid.
Ladies and gentlemen, parents, guardians, grandparents, siblings, guests, colleagues, and graduates, it is my honor to welcome you this evening. As I begin, I want to take a moment to introduce and thank our school board for all of their hard work. Our school board sets the tone of high expectations for the whole district, and they deliver. Just one example is that the Berkley Schools Board of Education is one of just a handful of boards out of the nearly 600 school boards in the state to have earned the Standard of Excellence designation. They have done this by attending classes and seminars and through demonstrated dedication. I'd like to introduce each of them and ask them to stand. Please hold your applause until all 7 have been introduced. Our trustees are Mr. Mitchell Moses, Mrs. Cheryl Stoddard, and Mr. Keith Logsden. Our officers are Treasurer Roger Blake, Secretary Ron Justice, and President Mary Jo Israel. Our board vice president, Mr. Randy Travis, will end his 12 years of service to the community and the district at the end of this year, as he has chosen not to run for re-election. Please join me in thanking him and all of them for their dedicated service. I'd also like to introduce our central office team. This group of people works behind the scenes, and they are intently focused on helping our building administrators and teachers create the conditions needed for all of our children to succeed. Again, please hold your applause until all are introduced. Our team is Deputy Superintendent Larry Gallagher, Assistant Superintendent Mary Beth Fitzpatrick, Director of Schools and Human Resources Chris Sandoval, our incoming Director of Student Services Heather Lackey, and our Communications Supervisor Jessica Stilger. I'd also like to acknowledge Principal Randy Gow and his team of administrators, teachers, counselors, secretaries, and support staff. I want to make special mention of Mrs. Sandvit and Mrs. Danaher, our senior class sponsors, for all the work they've done. And they have done their usual great job this year. In fact, I want to make sure that our community, all of you, know that across this district we have incredibly talented and dedicated and passionate teachers, administrators, and staff. I don't know of a district anywhere that has such a terrific team of people all dedicated to helping students succeed. In testament to that, every one of our principals from our elementary and middle schools is here tonight to support our graduates. In this community, we're truly blessed. Thank all of you. So, as I begin my comments, I think it's fair to warn you. Recently, I was at a local restaurant, and a young woman came up to me and asked, "You're the superintendent, aren't you?" And I said, "Yes, I am." And to be honest, I was a little concerned because not always sure what comes next. And she said, "I thought so." She said, "You spoke at my graduation, right?" And I said, yes, I did. And I have to admit to all of you that I sat up a little straighter and puffed out my chest a little bit more because no one's ever referred to one of my graduation speeches. So I just couldn't help myself. What in particular, I asked, do you remember about what I said that night? And I sat there wondering which incredible insight, which lasting piece of wisdom that I had imparted had changed her life. And she said, "Remember what you said?" "Oh, goodness, no. I don't remember a thing you said. I just remember it was really, really long." So in this job, I find that I'm continually kept humble. And after 4 years of being a superintendent, I will tell you my comments are probably just as long and, unfortunately, just as memorable. But at graduation, this is a beautiful night and a great group of young men and women who will graduate tonight. And I can't tell you how many times Mr. Gow has said to me over the last couple of years, "Boy, is this a great bunch. Boy, is this just a great bunch of kids." And so I know that he's extremely proud of you, and as am I, and as is the community. And so as I think about graduation, my mind goes down two paths. One path is, I'm very proud of you and all you've accomplished. The second path is, knowing all that you have accomplished and knowing how instrumental our teachers and administrators were in helping you, I get upset at the constant and silly drumbeat across this country and state that public education is a failed idea. More on that in a moment, but as a former English teacher, I can't help but to read one of my favorite poems this evening. It was written by Guillaume Apollinaire, and it goes like this. "Come to the edge," he said. "We can't, we're afraid," they responded. "Come to the edge," he said. "We can't, we will fall," they responded. "Come to the edge," he said. And so they came, and he pushed them. Now, that's not where the poem ends, but that's where I'm going to leave it for now. We'll revisit this in a minute, but when I read this, I think about our teachers and our administrators with gentle persistence beckoning you and me to come to the edge, to not be afraid, to try things that stretch us and make us feel uncomfortable. I also think about your parents pushing you and us to do more, sometimes with a gentle nudge and sometimes with a heavy two-handed shove. And I think about how fantastically all of you have responded to that gentle beckoning. The class of 2016, by responding to your own inner drives, your teachers and your parents' gentle nudging, you have had remarkable success. Let me share some with you. While at Berkeley High School, nearly 67% of you took at least one AP class, that's college-level material. 67% of you, which is astounding when you consider that nationwide, only 12% of students, high school students, graduate with one AP class. 67% here, 12% nationwide. 15% of you took rigorous vocational education classes and earned certifications in everything from computer programming to auto mechanics. Nearly 30% of you were in band, orchestra, or choir. Over 100 students participated in drama. 42% of you distinguished yourselves on the athletic fields. In fact, the girls' tennis team finished the year with an 8-1 record on the courts and a team grade point average of an incredible 4.06. These are all great and astounding numbers, and these numbers more accurately reflect your experiences and your accomplishments than the score on any standardized test could. Continuing, 90% of you have applied to at least one college to continue your studies next year. 3 of you will begin serving the country immediately as you enter the United States Air Force or Army. In an increasingly competitive college application process, nearly a quarter of your class, a full 24%, was accepted at Michigan State. 13% of the class was accepted at the University of Michigan. You and your classmates have earned over $3.5 million in scholarship monies, with students earning full tuition to colleges such as Wayne State, the University of Central Florida, Alma College, Michigan State, Kalamazoo College, University of Miami, and the University of Alabama. Others of you were accepted at and will be attending Howard University, Tulane University, Boston University, Case Western Reserve, the Parsons New School of Design, and the Juilliard School, to name a few. This is all fantastic and nearly unbelievable, and you should all be enormously proud of yourselves. But I also want you to be proud of the public education system, which provided you the opportunities, the classes, and the experiences that drove you. That system, our system of investing in education for the good of the community and the nation without the profit motive, is critical. And I, for one, am tired of all the talk of failing public education in the state and in the nation. That notion of failure, by the way, is based largely, though not entirely, on student performance on a one-time standardized test. In all the information I've just reviewed about your accomplishments, I did not mention test performance, because that's not what we believe is important. Those experiences that you all took part in are what we believe form and create and develop you. In fact, when I ask parents what they want us, the Berkeley public education system, to produce, what they want their kids to be when they leave us, they say things like, I want my kids to be happy. I want them to be good citizens, critical thinkers. I want them to be problem solvers and to collaborate with others. I want them to be involved and to make a difference by seeing the good in everyone. I want them to be innovators. I want them to understand and respect different opinions and beliefs. I have never yet had a parent tell me that they want their child to be a good test taker. And I've never, ever heard a student say, if I had just aced my 3rd grade MEAT test, my life would be completely different by now. But I have heard students say, because of Miss Rubenstein's class, I'm going to be a scientist. And I've heard them say, because of Mr. Duffy's class, I'm going to be a writer. And on and on and on. Because it's the teachers from kindergarten to 12th grade that make the difference. It's the experiences that they created for you that you will remember and that will drive you to be better. It's absurd that the focus of discussion about education in this country revolves around the results of standardized tests. In this district, our teachers and administrators, our parents and community all work very hard to help you grow and develop. We work hard to provide experiences that are meaningful and long-lasting. And it's not easy, but it's worth it. So as you move on in life, never forget that you have benefited from a community investing in you. You have been challenged and lifted by a great public education. Finally, I want to return to the poem I read earlier. We're just missing the last line, but I want to read the poem in its entirety. Come to the edge, he said. We can't, we're afraid, they responded. Come to the edge, he said. We can't, we will fall, they responded. Come to the edge, he said. And so they came, and he pushed them, and they flew. In your time at Berkeley High School, you have flown. In fact, you have soared. So tonight, you're being pushed again by your parents and teachers and by all those who care about you, and you will continue to fly. It won't always be easy, but you have a firm foundation and a great public education under your feet. So come to the edge and soar. Class of 2016, congratulations on all of your accomplishments. I can't wait to see what you do next. Now we have an unusual moment here, and if you'd bear with me, I'll explain this. So, Board President Israel, Principal Gal, Class of 2016, and members of the community, tonight we have the rare honor of awarding a Berkeley High School diploma to a gentleman who, before today, had not set foot in the halls of Berkeley High School in nearly 50 years. Mr. Larry Krotz attended Angel Elementary and Anderson Middle School. He then attended Berkeley High School in 1963 and 1964. And in 1964, he left BHS to serve in the United States Armed Forces during the Vietnam conflict. He served our country and was honorably discharged. Michigan Public Act 181 of 2001 and the Berkeley School District policies grant the school board the authority to award diplomas to those who've left high school to honorably serve their country. Mr. Krotz is being awarded his diploma tonight under that authority. So please join me in congratulating the newest member of the class of 1966, Mr. Larry Krotz.
Love.
Every year, the members of the senior class have a chance to compete for the opportunity to speak at graduation, leaving the senior class as well as family and friends with a few parting thoughts.
This is a fun and creative way to wrap up our time here at BHS. Please welcome this year's senior speech contest winner, Nick McLenon.
While I get situated here, and before I begin, I'd just like to give a big thank you to Mr. Serpiel for helping me make this speech the best it could be, so big shout out and thank you to him. And as you would say, thanks, my man. As Mr. Skoronsky would start one of his classes, greetings and salutations, happy Thursday evening. My name's Nick McLenon. Students will know me from being on the news and in some other classes. Parents, you'll know me as the kid with the bear hat who was really loud and obnoxious at sporting events who wouldn't shut up or sit down. Sorry, not sorry. No score. And 4 years ago, we were 8th graders, wondering what high school would hold for us. It was at this time I knew I wanted to be a Berkeley Bear. I even wrote a song. You knew the bear hat had to appear once in this speech, didn't you? I even have a harmonica. When I was a little boy, I dreamed of being cool and going to Berkeley High School with Mr. Gow making the calls and Victor roaming the halls. I knew right away that was a Berkeley Bear. Berkeley Bear. Berkeley Bear. Berkeley. Berkeley Bear. I know, it's kind of hard to come down off of that one. When writing this, it was difficult to narrow down all the highlights from high school into a speech that was just a few minutes long. To quote Mr. Bebo, I could write a book about everything I've seen at Berkeley High School, but nobody would believe me. And while that quote was often directed towards questions like, is there corn in France? That quote carries more weight than the lighthearted joke it was intended to be. 4 years can change a lot in a person. A new job, new friends, even less hair, but enough about Mr. Malash. In 2012, we were a bunch of kids dancing to Gangnam Style while waiting for the inevitable end of the world on December 21st, 2012. And Mr. McDavid, I can say confidently that if this class can survive the clear 100% accurate prediction for the end of the world, we can overcome anything. We were able to make it through numerous winter vortexes, the Great Flood of 2014, and yes, Vinny Tenaglia in spandex. All jokes aside, we persevered through the chicanes, and it was that perseverance that allowed us to have one of the most highly successful athletics programs in BHS history, as well as getting us here to graduation. But before we knew it, we were seniors. And whether we realized it or not, our community played a major role in our success and in getting us here today. Most people out of state would just consider Berkeley as another part of the Detroit area. In fact, most of us would probably answer the question of where are you from with Detroit. However, it is our sense of community, our sense of carrying each other forward that separates us from just another part of the Detroit area. I switched over to Berkley Schools in 7th grade. It was a really rough transition, but everyone had a shared commonality, and that was making sure that everybody would do their best. Before arriving at BHS, I got a 68% in my math class, a 68%. Then I had Mr. Malash, and ended the year with a 94. That type of turnaround is not a mistake, and it wasn't something that I was capable of doing alone. However, it's more than just passing a class for the year. Our teachers went the extra mile to make sure what we learned stuck. Mr. Malash, to this day, I'm still able to do nearly everything you taught me freshman year. Mr. Skronsky, I can still tell you about Okazaki fragments, osmosis, homeostasis, and apoptosis. That's a lot of osises in biology. Ms. Blackwell, I can still tell you about Tokugawa shogunate Japan, imperialism, and the Holy Roman Empire. Mr. Bibo, je suis still terrible du français. To your amusement, though, the three sentences I can still repeat perfectly in French are qu'est-ce que tu fais, mêle-toi de tes oignons, and pourquoi te gâches-ta-vie. And for those of you who are wondering, those translate literally to, what are you doing? These are my onions, and why are you ruining your life? But who do we have to thank for all that? Our community. Parents, teachers, friends, family. Personally, I would like to thank my legs for always getting me on my feet. I would like to thank sidewalks for keeping me off the streets. And I would like to thank my neck for always keeping my head up. During our last week or so at Berkeley, I received a lot of advice from not just teachers. Multiple custodians, hall monitors, and even random people at Bagger Dave's passed on advice and congratulated my friends as well as myself. Even on my way over here, somebody honked at me and congratulated me. That's how much our community cares about us and how much they care about us. The future holds more than we can imagine just by sitting here. My new home sits exactly 3,200 feet behind me at Oakland University, and yes, I did the math. Some of us will stay in state, and some of us will travel out of state. And some of us have answered a call to join the armed forces and nobly serve and protect future generations of Berkeley students. They deserve it. Yes, Berkeley may not have the size of Royal Oak or Southfield. Yes, we may not have the wealth of Birmingham or the industries of Troy. What we do have is community, pure and utter selflessness, and that's what drives us together. So to all my peers, I wish you luck at Michigan State or Wayne or even the London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine if that's what you're into. So whether we will be traveling 3,200 feet or 3,200 miles, when someone asks where you're from, just remember, I went to Berkeley. Thank you.
Let me start by saying congratulations to the Berkley High School graduating class of 2016. You did it. Give yourselves a round of applause. I have the esteemed honor and privilege of introducing this year's valedictorian for the graduating class of 2016, Hana Coon. You can clap right there. This young lady has earned this distinction by attaining a grade point average of 4.438. Over the past 4 years, she has maintained the most challenging curriculum that Berkley High School has to offer by taking 17 honors, dual enrollment, and advanced placement courses. She is a member of the National Honor Society, Mu Alpha Theta Math National Honor Society, Science National Honor Society, and the BHS Marching, Symphonic, and Jazz Bands. She plays a mean trombone. Hana also served as the lead drum major in the marching band. This year, Hana received the Sharon Ram Memorial Scholarship, the Berkeley Staff and Alumni Scholarship, the Daughters of the American Revolution Scholarship, and the Women in Engineering Scholarship. But one fun fact about Hana is that she drinks coffee like water, and you can always find her because she leaves a trail of Cheerios everywhere she goes. Oh yes, the diet and breakfast of champions. The dictionary.com defines valedictorian as a student, usually the one ranking highest academically in a school's graduating class. However, this year's valedictorian represents much more than academic excellence. She is kind-hearted, humorous, down-to-earth, loving, and cool. Hana doesn't stand very tall, but don't let her small stature fool you. She is determined, motivated, aggressive, and tenacious in her academic pursuits. In my 20-year career, I have not met anyone like this outstanding young lady. She demands the best of herself, and in the process, makes everyone around her better. Hana is truly the cream of the crop. In the fall, she will attend the University of Michigan, where she will major in computer science in the College of Engineering. Please show your appreciation and help me congratulate the valedictorian for the class of 2016, Hana Coon.
My fellow graduates, over the last 4 years at insert name of high school, we have learned a lot. Mr. insert name of math teacher taught us how to insert complicated sounding math thing. Miss insert name of English teacher taught us insert interesting tidbit from a favorite piece of literature. This knowledge will be extremely valuable as we go forward in life. But I think the most important thing we have learned over the last 4 years is insert major theme. I discovered that profoundly inspirational template in the Googling frenzy that followed after I found out I'd be giving a speech tonight. I wasn't surprised at how formulaic all the suggestions for writing a valedictorian speech were, because let's face it, one gets the title of valedictorian by being good at adhering to formulas. I'm not inherently smarter or wiser or more deserving of being up here than anyone else. I just so happened to have an annoying obsession with getting good grades and staying up way too late to get them. I debated how I might fill in the blanks in that template. Did I want my speech to take the form of a scathing and cynical critique of our education system? Did I want to play it safe and toss in a bunch of cliches and call it a day? Did I want to kidnap Lucy Rosenthal and force her to fill in the blanks for me because I'm definitely not jealous of how effortlessly hysterical she is? And when I asked Nick McLenon what he was doing for his speech, I walked away at the first mention of a harmonica. So I wondered what it would be like if all 297 of us graduates were each asked to fill in those blanks. I can guarantee you that no two speeches would be identical. That's because what one of us may consider a complicated sounding math thing might seem trivial to another. Another person's interesting tidbit from a favorite piece of literature might be from the book that another one of us just forgot to read, like Great Expectations. And I'm quite certain the major theme that characterizes the past 4 years for each of us would vary from person to person. In fact, I asked the seniors in our class to fill out a survey online that asked them to provide just one word to describe the past 4 years of high school. Some described their experiences in high school as unforgettable, fabulous, special, enlightening, and lit. Other responses fell more along the lines of stressful, exhausting, pointless, long, and whack. And many more that I'm not allowed to repeat in front of an audience. The data I collected from my fellow graduates only reinforced what I had previously suspected. Our individual experiences have been diverse, and it was and still is incredibly difficult to sum up our reminiscences and comment on the class of 2016's time here at Berkley High School as a whole. So I won't. I won't adopt a false sense of optimism and ignore those who describe their past 4 years as awful and disappointing in order to give a nostalgic send-off only to those who described high school instead as stellar and life-changing. For some of us, tonight may be a welcomed ending. For others, it may be a daunting new beginning. Or it may seem like nothing more than a short pause in the continuation of our lives. Regardless, tonight, we recognize that whether the past 4 years were the worst or best years of your life, or somewhere in between, we all got a little older, we all got a bit wiser, and we all became more capable of handling whatever life throws at us next. And that's something all of us can celebrate. Berkley High School, class of 2016, we freaking did it.
I am sorry.
I'm good.
We're just waiting on the fastest guy in school history to finish up here, so. Superintendent McDavid, President Israel, members of the Board of Education, faculty and staff, friends and relatives, and most importantly, members of the class of 2016 and 1966. It is my privilege to address you at these commencement exercises this evening. All of us here tonight are appreciative of the effort that it has taken you to get to this point, of the sacrifices that you have made and the rules that you have had to follow. We are appreciative of the great many things that you have had to do, many of which you likely didn't agree with. After all, parents and school employees pride ourselves on being completely unfair. And even though we are now the ones doing the telling, know that we were at one time the ones being told, and so we understand your pain. I can still remember my report cards going back to kindergarten saying things like, "If only he would listen," or "very capable but chooses not to follow directions." And each year these consternations, what I then and still do deem unfair assaults upon my otherwise sterling character, repeated themselves like a broken record. A record is a round thing that we used to listen to music on. And though I've mostly grown out of it over the last 25 years, I still have my moments, just as we all do. It's funny, as everything that I ever was as a kid, particularly when it came to school, is quite counter to the role in which I now find myself. I never imagined that I would be in such a place doing all this principal stuff. Like some of you, heck, like many of you, I took great exception at being told how to do things and what to do. And yet here I am, proof that life will sometimes take us to a truly absurd end. Moreover, I once thought that rules and school rules most of all, were absolute torture. Truth be told, I really kind of hated school and couldn't wait to get out, to graduate and get away. And yet here I am, 25 years later, still in school. Life works in funny ways. Fate, irony, karma, call it what you will, things happen for a reason. And it is abundantly clear, my being here doing this job helps to prove it, that this vast universe we inhabit has more than a little bit of a sense of humor. Just like all these folks assembled here tonight have likely had to have a little bit of a sense of humor at times to make it through raising you all. No offense, but it ain't easy. For even though all these people here love and support you, you're an amazing group and certainly deserve it, don't think for a second that there haven't been times over the last 18 or so years when they weren't thinking, how on earth does this not end badly? There are times all parents feel this way. Being a teenager isn't easy, but having been both a teenager once and now the parent of two, I think it is often exponentially worse trying to be the parent. Because we know, because we once scraped and clawed to thrive these years ourselves, and likely so did your parents and their parents before them. And because parents did some of the same stuff that you've done when we were kids, we know what it is to go through what you have and what you are going through. And this is why we get so completely freaked out when you do some of the things that you do. So that all said, if it's tough being a teenager and tougher still being the parent of one, then you might rightly ask why we even do it. Kids, parents, grandparents, teachers, administrators, how do we just survive to make it to this wonderful night? The answer is somewhat counterintuitive, as the reason that it is so trying and difficult is precisely the reason that it is so very worth it. It is all of you. It is you that not only makes us lose our minds at times, it is you that gets us through it. The hope of you and the promise of you. Beyond grades, beyond test scores, athletic achievements, musical ability, artistic talent, any of the myriad other things in which you are so capable and talented, it is the person you are that resonates. Not the things that surround you or that you surround yourself with, but the person that is inside. The kindness, the intelligence, the humor, the possibility. Not what you have done, and there are a great many things up to this point to be proud of, but more so that which you might do. We often think about this night as a triumph, but it is much about our failures as our victories, about what we have overcome and failed to overcome, about what we have found our way through in spite of ourselves. It is about taking heart and knowing that the very best of us can have the very worst of days and yet somehow still find a way. Find our way to a night like tonight with the help of all these people. The families that we were born to and the families that we have found along the way. Though we don't yet know where we might end up, and that place might be far from what we imagine it to be, somehow, someday, know that it will be exactly as it should. Whatever that fate may be, whatever it is you may do, it will be as it should. In the end, after all is said and done, you are all the result of good people working very hard to raise good people, and they most certainly have done that. So graduates, if you would do me a favor, stand, turn, and face your families, your friends, your teachers, and all those helped you get to this moment, and please give them a great round of applause. Figured you need to stand up a little bit too. All right, Mr. McDavid, members of the Board of Education, tonight I can certify that all of these wonderful kids have met and exceeded the requirements set forth to graduate. Class of 2016, I am honored and privileged to call you graduates of Berkley High School. Congratulations. Zachary Adam Hobson. Serena Michelle Day. Fidel Abdulmalik Abdi. Madeline Irene Alexander. Madeline Haley Alpert. Ian Roger Anderson. Zoe Elizabeth Anderson. Lauren Michelle Angel. Ian Thomas Anniser. Riley, how are you? Riley Janet Armel. Sean, how are you? Sean Michael Ashley. Andrew Scott Auger. Ryan William Austin. Jacob? Jacob Ryan Backow. Ready, Hannah? Hannah Kendall Bailey. Abigail, how are you? Abigail Grace Baker. Hannah Catherine Baker. Jenna Drew Baker. Emily Nicole Barr. Jacob Richard Batish. Brendan Alexander Baxter. Ira Tecumseh Beeler. Andrew Belcher. Diamond Cuera Bell. Fiona Catherine McGaffey Benner. Cameron Alexander Burke. Aaron Marshall Berlin. Annabelle Sarah Berlin. Ready, Allison? Allison Taylor Bertling. Ready? Andrew Michael Bill. Alexander Michael Blank. Gabrielle Elizabeth Blatz. How are you? Malia Grace Bluenstein. Sorry. Robert John Boyd IV. Hi, Danny. Daniel Jacob Branson. Tristan, how are you? Tristan John Breck. How are you, Pat? You ready? Patrick Mark Brogan. Michaela Monique Brooks. Anthony Dwayne Brown, Jr. Gwendolyn Sequoia Burgess. Ready? Marissa Megan Patricia Butcher. Ignacia. Paula Ignacia Calderon. Sky Alona Lauren Kalo. Christian Michael Carlson. Olivia Catherine Nira Carlson. Carson without the L. Brittany Cheyenne Carson. Andrew Duncan Carter. Hi, Carl. How are you? Good. Carla Lynn Call. Cameron, it's good to see you. Good to see you. Cameron Kohler Cece. Isabella Marie Centurion. Haley Patricia Seresny. Kit Thomas Charlton. Shayla Azarea Chester. Ready? Brendan Lewis Church. Chloe Elise Church. Jesse Rowan James Seco. Anthony Levon Cobb. Ready? Jerome Cobb. Hannah Winter Cohen. Hello, Lily Beth. How are you? Good. Lily Beth Cohen. Erin Renee Calling. Zachary Kevin Combs. Claire Elizabeth Connors. How are you? Ashlyn Marie Conrad. Hello, Nicholas. Nicholas John Cook. Hannah Marie Coon. Jacob Tyler Crane. Ready? Alyssa Lynn Crossley. Mr. Crow, good to see you. Trevor Jacob Crow. Maya Naomi Dasgupta. Darius, how are you? Darius Ray Davis. Ryan Joseph DiCarlo. What's up, Dylan? Ready? Lauren Elizabeth Dillon. Erin Elizabeth D'Annunzio. Trayshawn Latron Dixon. Nicole Rose Doctoroff. Ari Rachel Dobrinsky. Caleb Frederick Duchesne. Emmeline Maxine Dunkel. Paige Kathleen Distant. How are you, Madison? Madison Marie Earl. Hi, Jules. Jules William Erb. Matthew Kenneth Charles Irwin. Daniel Sammy Ishu. Daniela Ishu. Eli Martin Falk. Tori Ariane Favors. Hello, Julian. You ready? Julian Edward Fetterman. How are you? Good. Nicole Michelle Fagan. Ready? Maxwell Scott Fields. Isabel Couch Figueredo. Zachary David Fincher. Sarah Ruth Feingold. Ready? Rannon Michael Fisk. Patrick John Flood. Hi, Aaron. Aaron Michael Fogel. Karina Elizabeth Forsyth. Peyton Daniel Gallagher. Hello, Mr. Gelb. How are you, sir? Eric Quang Gelb. John Gregory Getty. Lena Zawe Gammon. Hello, Nolan. How are you? Nolan Nicholas Given. Cobian Roy Gleason. Hello there, Felicia. How are you? Felicia Nicole Goldberg. How are you, lady? Emily Sarah Gorman. Caitlin Beth Gossett. Stephen Connor Grace. Hi, Jerry. I don't know your middle name. Thanks, man. Jerry Devon Griffith. Henry? Henry Ethan Gross. Ariana Rose Gusway. John William Hall. Austin, how are you? Ready? Austin Hamama. Ready, Graham? All right. Graham Ashton Hamilton. Hello, Jane. You ready? Jane Victoria Hammerly. Julia Bloom Handelsman. Ready, Ellen? Eleanor Elizabeth Hanna. Hello, Emma. Emma Elizabeth Harbert. Brianna Morgan Harrison. Ready, Bennett? Bennett Jacob Hart. Catherine Elizabeth Hathaway. How are you, sir? Great. Andrew Brian Healy. Hey, Irina. Arena Himatulan. Samuel Robert Herbert. Travis Anthony Hicks. Ready, Eric? Eric Vincent High, Jr. Aaron Nathaniel Height. Tyler Denise Hodges. Abby Lynn Huber. Joseph Anthony Hunter. Hello, Mr. Hurley. Ryan Patrick Hurley. Ready, Sam? Samuel Philip Hurwitz. Garrett Thomas Inman. Fallon K. Johnson. I'm all over it. Judah El Elyon Johnson. Nice shades. Malik O'Shea Johnson. You ready, Katie? Kathleen Renee Jones. Oh, hello, Mona Lisa. How are you? Mona Lisa Jones. Everyone? Lauren Kelly Jordan. Hi, Josie. Josie Nicole Kaltz. Carl Carricker. Samantha Tilly Katz. Nacha Gail Rachandrasan. Ian Jonathan Kelly. Jacob Matthew Kennedy. Ready? Sheridan K. Kent. Ian Daniel King. Allison Sophia Cook. Nika Korolova. Leah Nicole Krasnick. Jacob? How are you? Jacob Taft Kreinbring. You ready? Bernard Jeffrey Lambert. How are you, young lady? Mariah Cheyenne Lamons. Zoe Molly Lask. Ready, Joseph? Joseph Alonzo Lawrence. Rachel Emma Lawton Shad. What did you do? Spencer Reginald Lee. Brendan James Lemming. Thank you, young man. Zacharias Richard Leonard. Lauren Nicole Levy. Dylan Thomas Lichtig. Corey Ellis Lipton. Melita Luca. Brianna Elizabeth Lukey. Ready, Trevor? Trevor William Mays. Madeline Kelsey Malone. Ready, Michael? Michael Joseph Mancini. Isla Leandra Manistow. Thomas. Maxfield Thomas Marchek. Cheesy, right? Charlotte Francis Marchese. Moshi. Ari Moshi Marcus. Madison Mary Mara. Haley Denise Martin. James Thomas Martin. Sean Thomas Maruskin. Jade Michael Mathurin. Ready? Caleb Edward Matthews. Shania Ashe Mayweather. Jessica Denise McAlpine. Hello, Margot. Margot Allison McLean. Ready, John? Yeah. Jenna Marie McClure. Hello, Mary. Mary Ashley McClure. Jordan Lynn McGee. Madeline Lee McGill. Nicholas Patrick McLennan. Carrie McMullen. Ready? Lucas James McNally. Ian Thomas Melrose. Evan Davis Miller. You ready, Tiffany? Tiffany Denise Milner. Delaney Grace Molander. Anjoli Monnier. James Timothy Morency. Ready? Carmen Elaine Morell. Morrison, how are you? Ready to go? Alexander James Morrison. Ready, sir? Renford Anthony Morrison. Mr. Mortimer? Just about killed my card, didn't you? Dylan Connor Mortimer. Ready to go? Victoria Annette Mosley. Shane Emmanuel Mullane. Jacob Frederick Murphy. Ready? Please. Christina Lee Neese. Ready, Kent? Mackenzie Fox Newman. Nikolai, how are you? Alexander Philip Nikolai. Victoria Ray Noah. Chloe Mitchell Oliva. Ready? Caitlin Andrea Olmstead. Luke David Pecos. Christopher Joseph Page. Griffin James Palmer. Leah Meira Pernick. Vincent Patrick. Luke Robert Pera. Devin Phillips. Lanaya Capri Lanier Pickens. Josephine Jill Pittman. Brianna Gabrielle Plamper. Taylor Anthony Poppert. Harrison David Porter. Brendan Anthony Prappis. Jacob Michael Bigro Price. Madison Mackenzie Premer. Jacob, you ready, man? I know. Joshua Andrew Radom. Henry Maxwell Reedy. Ready, Nick? Nicholas Alexander Ryan. Daniel Sinclair Rice. Lucille Noah Rosenthal. Sarah Irene Brodner. Brianna Lynn Rowe. Cameron, good to see you. Feeling better?
Oh yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you.
Cameron Orlando Rush. Aaron Michael Sawicki. Mr. Schildkraut, how are you? It's good to see you. Ryan Seth Schildkraut. Mr. Schindler, how are you? Patrick James Schindler. Claire Michelle Schlessel. Ready? Catherine Evelyn Schmidt. Ready, Zoe Veronica Schoonover. Michael Joseph Schwanke. Oh, hello, Schwartz. Amy Carolyn Schwartz. Katrine Scriba. Sarah Schartzes. Hello, Sarah Shedd. Sarah Rose Lifton Shea. Menghao Shi. William Gabriel Schulach. Sophia Olivia Shamillo. Solaire Saba Saliwa. Jacob Oliver Sines. Hannah Rose Snook. Hello, William. Happy birthday. Thank you. William Jeffrey Solish. How are you? Celia Jane Summers. Annalisa Soranzo. Nicholas Michael Stahl. Katrina Elise Stahlcup. Sophie Grace Steinbach. Sister Stock, how are you? Andrew James Stock. Natalie Lynn Strand. Trayman John Stewart. Sloan Alexandra Zuber. Ariana Brielle Talbert. Daniel Edward Terradonia. Mr. Tarnapol, how are you? Evan Graham Tarnapol. Skylar Lauren Tate. How are you? You ready? Shannon Rose Taylor. You ready, Colton? Colton Leonard Teicher. Vincent, how are you? Vincent Joseph Tenaglia. Ready? Scott Ledford Thayer. Kingston LaRon Emmett Thomas. You ready, sir? Jackson Martin Thomasitis. Gotcha. Aisha Sakina Torre. Hi, Anna Treppa. How are you? All right. Anna Lindsay Treppa. How are you, Aaron? You ready to go? All right, let's do it. Erin Joan Tripp. Hello, Alexia. Alexia Elena Tyler. Ready? Callahan Tyson Mayer. Kylie, you ready? Come on. Kylie Nicole Wassenberg. Trinity Alexandria Watson. Kendall Marie Weeks. Hello, Jordan. Jordan Rachel Weinberg. Ready? Let's do it. Emma Nicole Weisberger. Nice job, Hannah West. Hannah Elise West. Audrey Danielle Doré Wheeler. Mia. Mia Eleanor Melinda White. Hello, Sarah. How are you? Ready to go? Sarah Lynn Whitfield. Hello, Gwendolyn. It's nice to see you. Gwendolyn Patricia Wibbleman. Ready? Ariel Paige Wilkerson. Hello, Carlton. It's nice to see you. You ready to go? Carlton L. Williams. Hello, Noel. It's nice to see you. Noelle Elizabeth Wills. Hi, Sean. How are you? Sean Gregory Jones Wilson. Hi, Ava. Ready? Ava Faye Worth. You ready, Wolford? Emily Ray Wolford. Hello, Austin. How are you? Ready to go? Sir. Austin Chase Wood. Ready to go? Brooke Lynn Woolery. Stanley Drake Yolkevich. Ready? Jordan Alex Zimmerman. You ready? You gotta do it anyways. Natasha Yvette Zrid.
Parents and guests, please remain seated until the graduates have exited the pavilion. Class of 2016, please stand. Please switch your tassels from the right to the left. Congratulations, fellow alumni of Berkeley High School.